Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a very simple calculator that'll help you determine how much money you can save by switching to a Tesla compared to paying for gas. Now there are only 5 boxes to fill out here, and it'll give you a very close but rough estimate on how many dollars you will save per year by driving a Tesla compared to your current gasoline vehicle. Now for this example, to give you an average savings, I've gone ahead and looked at the United States and found what are the average miles driven per year, average miles per gallon, cost of a gallon of gasoline. Now keep in mind this is from 2011 to 2021. In 2022, the gas prices have been spiking, so you actually may be able to save a lot more money currently when you fill out the calculator. However, for this example, I'm going to use these more modest averages. So with that being said, I'll fill out these boxes here and show you just how easy it is to use this calculator. So in the first box here, the average miles driven per year in the United States is 14,263. Now that's on an annual basis, so that's just over 1,000 miles per month. Now to my surprise, for a gasoline vehicle in the United States, the average miles per gallon is 24.9. Further, the average cost of gasoline per gallon from 2011 to 2021 is $3.15 per gallon. Next up, you select the Tesla vehicle model that you are considering buying. Now, not many people know that each Tesla model has slightly different energy efficiency. So for example, a Model 3 is much more efficient than a Model X. So with that being said, the most popular Tesla model currently is the Model 3. That's the one we will use for this example. And lastly, if you select your state from the dropdown, it'll pull the average electricity price in that state, so you can figure out how much it would cost to charge that specific Tesla model in that specific state. Now for this example, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom and choose the US average. This pulls the average price of electricity across the entire country. Now with those modest averages we filled in here, the average savings would be $1,219.86 per year just by driving a Tesla Model 3 compared to a very fuel-efficient gasoline vehicle. Now the crazy part here is once you start to change these boxes to what your personal scenario is, you'll see this number starts to climb pretty quickly. Now for instance, I know many people drive well over 20,000 miles per year for work. Since that's not all that common, I'm going to leave this number the same. However, for the most part, a lot of people with gasoline vehicles have fuel efficiency way below 24.9 miles per gallon. For instance, let's fill in 15 miles per gallon here, and right off the bat we're saving about double. We went from $1,200 a year to $2,400 a year. Now further, if you look at the current price per gallon for gasoline in the United States, as of the time of making this video, the price of gasoline in my local area is about $4.19 per gallon. However, in some other states, the price of gas has already gone over $5 per gallon. Now just by changing the gas vehicle's miles per gallon and the gasoline price per gallon, we've already gone from $1,200 in savings per year to nearly $3,400 in savings per year just by driving a Tesla rather than a gas vehicle. So with that said, I'll put a link to this calculator down in the description, and I highly encourage any of you who don't currently drive a Tesla but are thinking about it to go try this calculator and see just how much money you could be saving per year. Also, for any of you who do use this calculator and you generate some pretty big savings numbers, let me know down in the comments what those are. I'm curious just how high these numbers really go in a real life example, so I'd love to see some of those numbers down in the comments. Otherwise, I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.